We must have in our diet the vital thing, the whole wheat, not the white flour, the whole wheat. But that vital principle, there's something in there that is necessary. And so we should do away with artificial foods and foods made of white flour, because that is not the same as whole wheat. As the Master used to say, it's like glue in the intestines, clogging things up. So we must keep away from artificial or refined foods. Foods made from white flour, the same thing. Keep away from them. Have natural foods, honey, raw sugar, whole wheat bread, just to say one or two things. Another interesting observation, I have found out that coal tar products are used extensively in coloring food nowadays and giving certain flavors. Coal tar products produce malignancy of the skin. And there's a terrific amount of coal tar products ingested by food in the form of coloring, artificial colorings, and artificial flavors. Keep away from them. Things are pointing that way. We should avoid those things. Have natural foods, and they are the best because they contain the vital principle. So much just in a few words for food. Now about fasting. Fasting, there are lots of fads about fasting. This and that, this diet and that diet. I hear it all the time. So-and-so does this diet, I'm going to try it. Each one of us is different. Each one of us is a law unto ourselves. If you're going to diet, see a physician. Work with him. He knows what to do. He will tell you. But don't just start off on a tangent because Mrs. So-and-so has taken up that diet, so I guess I will try it. If you have some sickness, like obesity, diabetes, and those things, it's necessary to diet. That's a different thing. But otherwise, be reasonable. Fasting is good for this reason, that it gets the mind out of the rut it's in, the rut of eating. And when the mind gets into a rut, it becomes less efficient to carry on the different functions of the body. So if you just say, no, you're not eating today, that's all, make it do it, then the mind is stronger. It gets out of the rut. Just like when you take a vacation. You're in a rut, you take a vacation, you feel wonderful when you come back, because you got out of the rut. You're more efficient. So with eating, we'll be more efficient in our eating and assimilation and all those things if we get the mind out of the rut it's in. That's one of the greatest things of fasting. And the other is that it helps us to live by the presence of God, by the cosmic energy within us. Thou shalt not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God. All the cosmic energy that comes in through the medulla center, that's what sustains us. That's what breaks down the food. We may eat a natural diet, vital diet, but if it were not for that life force within us, we would not utilize it. So, and the final thing, it is the life force flowing in through us. If we are in tune with God, it flows naturally. We assimilate our food in the best possible way. So be sensible in your fasting. The Master's advice is wonderful. I'll give it to you just in a word or two. He says, take one day once a month in the sun, nothing else. That vitalizes you, recharges you. Another way is oxygen fasting. Take one day once a month, 10 minutes of every day in the sun with deep breathing. Then the oxygen keeps you from getting hungry, sustains you. And then his other advice is to one day, once a month, live only on fruit and fruit juices. You see, that gives the system and the mind a chance to rest, to get out of the rut of having solid foods and condiments and all that business. Get out of it. One day, once a month, live on fruit. The Master was very reasonable. But sometimes in sickness, if it's necessary to take a cleansing diet, that's all right. 7-day diet, 5-day diet, 7-day diet, 9-day diet is good. But remember, in that case, you keep eating certain things. But they contain more mineral salts and things like that, which flush out the system. But those things are good, if they're done when you need it, not just as a fad. Follow the natural laws of eating, as I have pointed out. As Sri Yukteswarji said, have a natural, vital non-irritating diet. Augment it that you get plenty of protein through dairy products. That protein vibration is far different from the vibration of flesh foods, as I have tried to point out to you, and which science is finding out without question of a doubt, that flesh foods, the proteins, are not good due to the waste products which are left in the system.
In order to profit from these practical teachings in a meaningful way, which will have a definite and tangible impact in your life, we suggest that you subscribe to the Self-Realization Fellowship's home study course on the science of yoga. Please visit the SRF on the web at yogananda-srf.org or call the SRF's Mother Center in Los Angeles, California at 323-225-2471.